welcome. Thank you for joining us. I haven't posted in a while, so if you could go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Um, I would like to thank you for joining the video. I'm gonna just dive in. I have a few things that were coming across, and I do want to discuss them. One, first on my list is wary of readers. Be careful of readers that jump on just to say negative and shocking things to get you, the rah rah behind the message, because those negative messages, just think of it as food, and that's what you're eating, that's what you're consuming, that's what you're taking in. I had to sit back for a while and evaluate myself and just take in what was going on in the tarot community. I watch readings myself, and I think we all do. As readers, consume other readings, but it's one of those things where I just started unsubscribing. Some readers target certain viewers, demographics, or whatever, certain zodiac signs that are susceptible to, just being targeted directly to that because they may get views that way. I do try and lean more towards whatever is called for me to read. I don't do this often. I try not to. But it's just one of those things where I have to address it. I feel like it was something for me to speak on. Just because it's not a lot of readers out there addressing the negativity that's surrounding it. They're more worried about being scammed and money and viewers and subscribes and all those insignificant things. These readings are supposed to be, one, for entertainment, two, informative, and kind of guidance to direct your mind in a way that you weren't thinking in the first place. So you have to be careful on those that are, those who you are consuming as far as readings. Secondly, I was picking up the energy of weary hearts and clouded minds. I don't have much behind that, so we'll see what that was about. I'm just going to pull. It's not going to be, it's just going to be a flow of information of what I pick up, so we'll see what comes out. Following one's heart openly to move away from what makes you happy, or what you thought made you happy, or what you once felt made you happy or fulfilled you on an emotional level, is something that's coming up. A lot of people are torn between the mind and the heart. A lot of people, as far as energetically in the collective, I'm getting is in limbo, in between of what they feel and what they believe and think, because the mind is saying this is something I need to move away from, but the heart says I love this person, but I need to move away from it. So it's still present, but I'm kind of stuck in limbo. There's no movement. I feel like there is a tough decision. King of Swords. I just noticed that. Oh my God. A tough decision, a tough call that needs to be made. The King of Swords, he's the, kind of like the judge, the one who makes the final call, the final cut, the delivers the verdict here with the sword, takes the sword. So let's get into it. Yeah, as far as the energy going back and forth, picking up a lot of confusion, a lot of options, weighing. Ooh, is that too bright? Is that too bright? Sorry. Okay, so we got the Two of Pentacles. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't know how to. I don't want to stop the video in order to fix that, but yeah, a lot of this or that, emotional confusion, what to do in the physical. Do I listen to my mind? Do I listen to my heart? How do I move forward in a physical way? It kind of has you stuck and bound. Whoever I'm speaking to, whoever I'm picking up as far as energy, it feels a lot like, hey, I'm torn, and again, a lack of movement. It's the energy of frozen in fear. That's the statement that I'm hearing in my head. So, frozen in fear. Yeah, it's like you're trying to have the willpower not to give up, not to fight one good fight, one last fight, overcome any obstacles, challenges that you are having. It's hard to do. It's a call of hard to walk away from. You're struggling to do so with the Nine of Wands coming out on the side, Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're struggling to walk away from it. At times, it can be something that is burning. It's like kind of keeping the light on, and that small ember of fuel at the bottom. I'm getting the image of like a snowy cabin. You know how like a cabin's like in the middle of the woods, and it's like kind of no furniture, just a blanket, and you're trying to do everything you got to do to survive, but you have this firewood and it's cold in there, and that's that last little fire that's flickering at the bottom of the little fire that you built inside of that little cabin, and it's just that small spark of hope at the bottom. It's like it's still there. It's like you kind of want to give up. Yeah, it has potential to get bigger. It has potential to go further. I'm gonna put this back in the deck since it fell, just so you know. It's the Four of Wands. Yeah, there's a potential for stability. It's a small hope, a glimmer of stability and celebration to be had, but it's very small. It's kind of like the chances of winning a lottery type. I don't want to say it like that, but whatever it is that you need to walk away for, you're contemplating walking away from, like going back and forth about. It's one of those things where deep down inside, buried very underneath all of the things that made you believe you need to walk away, there's that glimmer of hope. There's that iota of hope, that shred of hope, Yeah, because it gives you disappointment, great disappointment to do so. You're hiding underneath of what you want to come about, what you want to grow and expand upon. You're holding it back. It's like you want to reconcile. You want to, be happy. Yeah, because it's the truth. It's something that you hold deep in your mind, but it's like it's a tough call. It's still a tough call. King of Swords pops out again. You got to make a decision. You're going back and forth. Let's see if there's more we can get out of this besides. Okay. I'm going to say you haven't quite tapped into your higher self to make that decision. yeah, you're in conflict about this. You're being quiet about what took place in the past, how you felt, past feelings, past emotions. I say tap in. It's time to tap in. Tap into your more spiritual. Yeah, in order to make a judgment, you need to tap in order to make that judgment. That conflict is coming from not. Yeah, it's like you're deciding to be stuck and at a crossroads. You're just the decision that you're thinking about crossing, and I say this in the general sense. I mean, in aspects, I see actions being taken and emotions being followed. I don't quite see any other um, things to decide upon. I mean, it could be a job, but I see more physical, tangible things or actions to be taken um, with when it comes to emotions. Because I get a lot of fire and water out here. Okay, let's get one more to close this out. Got two more. Yeah, because again, that small potential is like it has potential to grow if work is put into it. If there's focus and determination and patience, you have to be patient and wait for things to grow and expand upon. Um, Again, like I said, this could be with the job. I'm getting on things you may need to do. And I just want to pick up on, tap in on some of the things that could be out there to kind of generalize. I mean, tap into the general sense of my audience or who I'm speaking to. But you do have the ability to grow. Whatever this situation is, this action that needs to be taken, or these feelings that need to be acted upon, it does have the potential to grow. It does have the ability to go further and be built upon. It's just you haven't quite tapped into the higher thought process or the higher actions. So when I say higher actions, I mean acting from the highest of the highest point you could possibly act out of. So if it's a matter of buying a house, it's more on the sense, because we did have the four wands, that's a home house, your stability of foundation, right? But it's the energy of, do you have your credit in line? Do you have, your debt to income ratio in proportion? Do you have, all of your financials in order to state, hey, I am worthy enough to be qualified to buy a house? Or do you have a low credit score with a high debt to income ratio that you need to work on getting down? So that's where we're at a crossroads, because it's like, are you actively working on your credit, or are you blowing your money? Are you trying to take trips to impress your friends and post on Facebook? Are you trying, and I'm not trying to attack anybody, I'm just saying these are the things that we do as people, as humans out here, and then we wish to achieve certain things and not act in our highest good. We're not following certain structural rules and confines to achieve or even come to a decision to reach what we're trying to reach, but again, there is potential with patience, work, and a little hard effort. So I'm just going to pick this up. Let's talk a little bit more. So what else would you like the collective to talk? No. What would you like to talk to the collective about? Excuse me. I feel like there are some spiritual blockages. And I think that doesn't come down to say, hey, you haven't been doing the work, you haven't been tapping in spiritually. No, you could pray every day. It's certain blockages that we all get to where I can't get over this hump. I'm constantly stuck here, but you know how you kind of roll over a curb, or slightly try to roll over a curb, but then you kind of roll back off of it, and then you kind of ease on the gas to get up. It's like trying to get up a hill, but you're not applying enough gas to the car to get up that hill. You kind of keep rolling back because that might be a steeper hill than what you're used to climbing. But I do feel with this information, you're guided to walk away. I mean, if you really want to get down to what's coming out, you're guided to walk away, because you wouldn't be here at the precipice to walk away if it wasn't something you were guided to walk away from. A lot of second guessing, a lot of should I, shouldn't I, is this the best for me? But why were you guided to have the idea or thought to walk away if it wasn't something to do? Second guessing intuition, second guessing your guidance, your higher intuitive self, or even direct godly messages. Hey, you have to understand you were guided to the precipice anyway. Yeah, your manifestations have stopped. You feel stagnant. Feel mentally blocked. Well, let's talk about why. Okay, so this one, fear, lack of insight, on what you're wishing. So I think there's not enough focus and direction. Like King of Swords is going to keep popping up. So there's not enough focus, discipline, and what is it? It's at the tip of my tongue. I guess you want to say tunnel vision, because there's no hey, get out of my way, I'm going this way. Because you know how when you're determined, like say you've been holding to go to the bathroom, and people keep trying to stop you or talk to you along the way, the phone's ringing, the pot's over boiling, your children are bothering you, but you gotta go to the bathroom, you gotta go, and it's nothing that's gonna stop you. Hey, stop, cut. Hey, if your child is old enough, cut the stove off, stop that pot from all boiling, I get to it when I get out of the bathroom, yada yada yada. That phone call is just gonna have to wait. I gotta get to the bathroom. That's your focus. So I feel like there's not enough in what you're trying to manifest, because we have the magician and we have your wishes, but we have stagnancy, we have fear, and a lack of internal perspective. So that's where a lot of this is coming from. Now, that could, again, have to be a tough call to make and say, hey, what I'm trying to manifest is something that I truly desire, that's I truly hope for. That's one of my wishes. That's something that I carry deep within inside of me that I would like to achieve. However, I have to cut out some things. I have to get stone-faced on them and be serious. So again, a lack of seriousness and determination, because sometimes we do say, oh, I want this, but do you truly want it? So what's getting in the way? What's stopping you? What's derived in the bottom of yourself? Again, that keeps that fire going deep down inside of you, but that fire is so small, it's so little. Again, I referenced the cabin with the firewood and all the other stuff inside. The cabin in the wood, the little fire that's almost burning out, trying to keep the cabin warm. Having that glimmer of hope, having that potential to grow, but you gotta put in work, the effort, the steps. You gotta go the tried and true way. What is this? What is this that the collective is trying to achieve? Trying to get clarity on things that they're juggling. Well, we know that. And take action. So what action? What are they trying to achieve though? A choice in love here. A connection. Take action towards a connection. To make it grow, make it flourish, make it more abundant and fertile. Make it a ground that is able to reap sweet rewards. One of the main things I'm getting on this Empress card is the grain. Grain is one of the simplest form of foods that we have as a human race. Without grain, you don't have food to feed the livestock. Without grain, you don't have a simple form of meal, because you can derive flour and make bread and all this other stuff. You can have grain to feed the chickens, to lay eggs, to further flourish it. So the simplest form of food is grain. So you don't have the fundamentals, the simplest form of what's needed to grow it. Well, you're needing to take action to have the simplest form of what is needed to grow. So let's keep going. What else? What is this all about? And there's the Emperor. The Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles are sideways. If you're not familiar with my reading styles, if it comes out sideways, I turn it upright, because if it ain't reversed, it ain't reversed until it's reversed. But the Ten of Pentacles, so it's like you're needing to take control in order to get the Ten of Pentacles, to get your long-term success, to get your long-term stability, the stability that you've been trying to work towards and build and establish. You want to build and collaborate with somebody. You want to collaborate with somebody and move forward. You want to move away from working on things and waiting for things to grow, to just being happy. Again, we start with the foundation. I got the hiccups. I was watching a TikTok, and it said, when something is built, nothing is more important than the foundation. Because if the foundation is not proper, it's not laid properly, it doesn't matter what it is built on top of, it's going to fall. It's going to be unstable. It's going to be kind of worthless. The ground is going to shift. It's not going to be what's expected if the foundation is not there properly. Let's see what else. Yep. There's no stability. There's a lack of stability. There's a lack of foundation. So, again, which creates a lack of hope, optimism, which creates the fears. And there's a desire to want to take action. So if we look at this going this way, you're trying to manifest a true, clear decision on your Ten of Pentacles, on something that you want to last for a very long time. You're not taking any action, too busy going back and forth and to lay a foundation. That there's no foundation being laid. There's no movement. There's stagnancy here. Okay, because there is juggling going back and forth. You're trying to. Oh, I just picked up somebody's trying to juggle two situations in an unhappy home. You also have a fear of taking action, being hopeful, um, or even maturing in the things that you're trying to do, what you're trying to take action towards. You have not went within about a connection, about a choice you need to make in love. I'm getting, yep, yep. You feel stuck and bound. So therefore, there's no communication, there's no movement, there's nothing. It's just stagnancy. So I'm getting there needs to be a level of healing, a healing of beliefs and thought processes, because a lot of that is what is causing the conflict. The Five of Wands here. Yeah, you're conflicted on taking action towards a relationship, somebody that you are emotionally drawn to, emotionally connected to. I also feel like you guys are spiritually connected here with the Lovers. I get this is more in an emotional sense, and this is more in a spiritual sense, because the level of this is more earthly with the water and the cups being on the ground, being firm planted. However, this connection, they're connected in some kind of heavenly realm. You see the curtains, and I'm sorry with the light being so bright, but there's an arrow here in between them, and it's like the two are conflicted. Okay, wanting to collaborate, wanting to work together. It's somebody that you're very drawn to. Am I picking up on the masculine? Because you had the Empress come out in the underlying energy, so you're wanting something to grow, something fertile, something expansive, but then the actual masculine came out. So am I picking up on a masculine that's having struggles, kind of stuck in trying to balance out an unhappy home, feeling stuck and bound, feeling controlled by this decision that needs to be made? Or is this a feminine stuck looking at a masculine doing so? You have healing needs to take place, or healing taking place, but that while that's taking place, there's no movement. There's a lack of movement. Let's see. You know what? Okay, so we got that out of the way. We're starting with the meat and potatoes. We started with some information. Got that part. Got it. Let's see here. All right, so let's go with the situations. Since we want to come hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. So whoever this reading is for or about is struggling to survive on a hamster wheel, doing what needs to be done, like kind of that daily hustle, that go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. Somebody has anxiety, but they're having these dreams, getting these signs and all this other stuff. However, they're weighed down by, again, these chains. The devil came out in the other spread, things that are tying them to their anxiety, kind of keeping them scared, keeping them panicked, because they keep getting these it says alien, But they keep getting these things that are happening to them that are kind of weird. But let's put it this way. Let's say this person is sitting in a home that they built. Let's just say they, met a person, got married, had kids, bought a house, did the things they were supposed to do. They didn't tap into God and say, is this the person for me? They didn't tap into their higher self. They did what I'm supposed to do. I'm picking up on the energy of, I'm scared because everything I thought I was supposed to do, these dreams, these synchronicities, these things that keep popping up, they're telling me otherwise. They're telling me I'm supposed to do something else. Let's just say that. I'm supposed to do something else. However, what I've already done has a grip on me. Look at that picture. It has a strong hold. It's a grip on me. Heavy weights, big weight on me. Look at this one. The anxiety has them stuck and bound. Didn't we just have the Nine of Swords come out in the other spread? Okay. Today, what about today? Escapade, vacation, hideaway, adventure, divine masculine, commitment, wanting to get away, wanting to take see, here's the thing. So we have the divine masculine today, escapade, divine masculine, and commitment. At this point, masculine just wants to get away from a long-term relationship, but it's the want to move, it's the want to leave, it's the want to get away, escape, go somewhere else, go high, running high, but I just can't. I'm scared to do it. I'm tied up, I'm bound, I'm weighed down. It's a lot of things that are keeping this masculine stuck, feeling embarrassed about appearances, kind of scared of what scared because there's irreconcilable differences. It's something that doesn't work for them, and there's children involved. It says children. I don't know if you can see that. Is that anywhere near being visible? It says children's involved. Waves of emotions coming, going, like not knowing what to do. Okay, interlude, pause, timing factor. So again, that's why nothing is really being done, because again, going back to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, there needs to be some introspection. There needs to be some time to sit and evaluate a situation. Yeah, you may want to think about, if I'm speaking directly to a masculine, keep in mind this isn't a decision that you make lightly. And if you don't feel anything behind making a decision, it's probably not something you want anyway. But it's also not something. See, when you feel emotional about making a decision, it goes to the aspect of, what do I care about? What is best for me? You need to be able to discern what works for you, what's not going to work for you, what's in your best interest. As it stated, children were involved. You need to verify what exactly is the best thing for the entire situation. Because a lot of times, as far as the divine masculine, they're typically fathers, they're typically head of households, the heads of families, and they need to worry about the entire family. So in situations like these, they can't be made without emotions. They can't be made without thought. They can't be made without consideration. So I do want to say to any feminine out there, like, oh, we should hurry up and make a decision. Certain decisions can't just be made, because I guarantee you, if it was the vice versa, and the feminine was in a marriage and the masculine is just sitting around waiting, and I mean in terms of role reversal, um, not gender, but uh, the role reversal, the masculine waiting on the feminine. Feminine, you couldn't make that decision if you tried. You need time, you need consideration, you need to evaluate a lot of things that weigh you down. Oh, if I would get a divorce, I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna move to, or I can't afford this house by myself, or how, what child care do I have established without this person being in my life, like me having or being able to call this person 24 or being available 24/7, because they may go away and start their own family. It's a lot of factors. Now let's keep going. What else in this situation? Future days, weeks, months. There's a growing obsession here, though. There's a growing obsession. Keeping notes. Somebody's not quite taking note of what's taking place. So somebody may not be aware. Let's see. Reconciliation, spiritual union, soul contract, roller coaster, high adrenaline rush. But again, with there's also the opposite side of that. With highs of highs, you have lowest of lows. Again, you're going to keep going round and round. There needs to be an intervention and focus. Somebody needs to get focused and pause. Again, negotiate, bargain, begging. Somebody wants to come in begging, because again, they'll feel crushed if there's a retaliation. They will be crushed if there's a retaliation. Let's get some oracle cards out here to see any advice, because again, I'm just picking up on the energy of not knowing what to do. So advice. Oracle cards for advice, whether it be masculine or feminine watching this. Outgoing message or advice. I feel like something beautiful will emerge out of this situation, even though there's mental cloudiness and a heavy heart. A lotus within you awakens. You are a master in light on high. So again, you got the lotus within you awakens. So the story or emphasis on the lotus is that they can grow from the muckiest of waters and swamps and puddles, or whatever you want to say, bodies of water, the murkiest, right? Again, that heavy heart. Again, there will be a change. 41 breaking down to a 5. There's going to be growth. Something beautiful is going to come out of that. And then we have leave your usual social circles behind. Seek out true companions. Again, you have a 9. You're coming to a close of a cycle. You're ending something, because it is saying seeking out true companionship. You need to walk away. You need to go towards something that actually fulfills you, something that actually works with you, and somebody that is going to be a true companion to you. So that goes with that. Again, fearing somebody's retaliation because you decide you want to leave, is that somebody you want to stay with? Is that somebody you want to stay with? If you feel like they're going to retaliate because you want to go be happy, because you're not happy with them, is that a true partner? Is that a true companion? Does a true companion seek your misery? No. The answer is no. And is that love if that person does not want you to go seek the happiest of the happy that you could possibly achieve? And they're going to retaliate if you try to. Does that sound like a hint of love? No. I wish I could look it up. Love does not fear. Love does. I can't think of it, and the words are all escaping me right now as I'm trying to, because it's all flowing in at once. But love does not have pride. Love, it's like things that love is not. Love does not brag or boast. Shoot. I'm going to just move on and close this out because, yeah. A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn. We are all connected. And again, another change. Again, something's going to grow out of something dark and mucky. Like this is a swampy water. But again, even though it's a dark path, you're able to, and it's also a 5, 14 breaking down to a 5. So you got 595. You want to look up that angel number. You can, but it's just one of those things where you have to be willing to go down the dark path. Hold on. $595. Okay, according the angel number 595 is assigned to have a strong sense of individuality and to develop your intuition and inner wisdom for better guidance. It also encourages you to have fun while you live once. Continue listening to your intuition and guidance from the angels as you have been led through. Again, whoever I'm speaking to, that difficult decision to walk away from something was, again, a direct guidance. Direct guidance. And you wouldn't have been led there for no reason. You're led to walk away. You're led to make the tough call, the tough decisions, to be cold, cut off, to be rigid and firm in your decision making as the King of Swords. There is change coming. Yes, there is a difficult path ahead. Yes, commitments need to be walking away from. I got nothing but a relationship at this time, whether it be platonic, friendship, whatever. You guys are connected in some type of way that it needs to be severed. It needs to be walked away from in order to achieve true companionship. Because again, there are some fears behind it. You're torn between head and heart. And I assure you, again, for the last and final time in this reading, you weren't led to it for no reason. You were definitely led there. So, again, follow your guidance, okay? Thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. See you guys later.